Hello Lincoln, I'm Jayla Daniels.
And I'm Ellie Monig.
And welcome to the first Lincoln Sports Zone of the second semester.
We have a brand new class and we're excited to bring you all the winter and spring sport updates this year.
On that note, our main event for this week is hockey, and our hockey team has won 5 of their past 6 games.
Our Miranda Benson and Bowden Anderson went to a game this week and they've got all the highlights.
Lions face off away at Thomas Worthington and immediately go for a shot, but it wasn't enough. Scoreless in the first.
Cardinals on the attack. Their shot is saved by Lincoln's Stuart Heckathorn, 0-0 in the first.
Still scoreless in the second. Shrite Martin in the corner, puts in the far side of the net. Lions get the first goal of the game.
Thomas Worthington looking to come back. Pass back and puts up a shot saved by Heckathorn. Lincoln still up 1-0 in the second. The score is now 2-1 Lions. Cardinals make a mistake, but Gahanna can't capitalize. Tight game in the third.
Close game. Lions up 1. Nate Highland takes down the ice and scores. Lions seal their 3-1 victory over Thomas Worthington.
Thanks and congrats to our hockey team. Now let's switch to basketball. The boys basketball team has had an up and down season, and on Friday they traveled to Westfield Central to battle the Warhawks. Audrey Laser and Kira Emerson have the highlights.
Gahanna Lions play Westfield Central away this past Friday.
At the end of the first quarter, Lions behind 10-4, KJ Renault passes to Derek Whitfield. Derek makes this shot and puts the score at 10 seconds.
In the beginning of second quarter, Derek runs up and attempts a layup but misses. Jonathan Whiteside gets the rebound and scores.
In the middle of the second quarter, losing 24-14, Derek receives a pass from KJ once again. Using Tavion Wright's pick, Derek runs through the defense and scores 2 points, putting it at 24-16.
At the very end of the second quarter, KJ passes to Alex Campanelli. Right before the buzzer, Alex makes a 3, ending the score 30-24.
Middle of the third quarter, Tavion Wright comes in left with a layup. Gahanna now down 40-34.
End of the fourth, Lions down 1. KJ intercepts the ball from Central, running up the open court for a dunk, putting us up 60-59.
The Lions fought hard in overtime, but sadly lost 65-63.
Thanks. This year's going by really fast, don't you think, Ellie?
Yeah, it has. It feels like the year just started, but I also can't wait for the new building.
I feel bad for anyone who doesn't get to see it, like the juniors and seniors.
Speaking of which, we have a few senior athletes this year who will be part of the last graduating classes in this building.
You're right, Ellie, and our very own Cassie Arvisu has a story on our boys basketball seniors.
Over and over again, we see amazing athletes coming out. As the cycle goes on and the basketball season comes closer to an end, our seniors start to reminisce on those times that didn't quite last long enough, with some of the people that they've made themselves closer to over the years.
Something I'm going to miss about this season was just like bonding with the teammates. I feel like everybody had like a great bond. And, like, we would all just laugh, stay in the locker room after practice, just bond with each other. And also just winning with each other. That was fun too.
Something I'll miss, just missing this team, missing playing with my boys that I grew up with.
We'll all miss them too. Not only do they have things that they'll miss, but they have plenty of memories of during the season and before that they'll hold on to and carry with them for years to come.
Last year, when Luke Murray had like 3 buzzer beaters in one season, oh my God, I've never seen that. It's probably the best season I've ever had.
Elijah Kane for 2.
Hopefully, more great seasons are coming soon. Although they won't be here for long, they aren't going without leaving generations to come with a piece of advice.
And just like, take this season like you want to win, like don't take it for granted or anything, because like it's going to fly by.
Just be safe, have fun, live life, and you better take every game as your last.
Because soon enough, it will be. Being so close to the end of the year makes it hard to believe that we will have a new group of seniors in almost no time, but it should also push us to make every moment count. This is Cassie Arvisu in the Zone.
Thanks, Cassie. The varsity girls basketball team has won the OCC championship the past 4 years, and unfortunately, that streak has come to an end. The girls took on Westerville Central for senior night, but fell short, losing 71-46. The Lions went down early in the first quarter, where they were outscored 24-4, but the girls tried their best to finish the game strong. Leading scorers for the Lions were Aaliyah Younger with 19 points, along with Kaylee Jackson and Hayden Hall, adding on 11 each. They look to bounce back tonight at Grove City. Good luck, ladies!
Since winter is almost over, a lot of seasons are coming to an end.
One particular team that has excelled this season is our swim team.
But it's not over yet. They still have some important competition to face.
In the studio today, we have Xavier Pressey with more news about swimming.
Hey Xavier, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Quick question, Xavier. Who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
I think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. The varsity swimming teams are preparing this weekend sectionals meet at Upper Arlington. Both the guys and the girls hoping to advance to districts next week. It's been a successful season so far. The girls are OCC champs, and the guys are expecting to have a multiple district qualifiers. Here's Kate Reach with the preview.
So tomorrow we have sectionals at Upper Arlington. For some people, it'll be their last meet, their big championship meet. For other people, they'll be hoping to qualify for districts. It'll all be a lot of fun.
Since the season is quickly coming to an end, some of our swimmers still celebrating the last meet from the past weekend. Our Gahanna girls finished third and the boys placed 9th out of 13 teams. Some key swimmers were Emily Bassinger scoring 29 points, Sophia York scoring 24, and Toby Tree scoring 19. Good luck to those going on to sectionals this Saturday. Here are a few swimmers to talk about their season so far.
And we've all been using every minute of every day to push ourselves, to make sure that we're keeping each other accountable, and then just making sure we are working very hard as a team.
So we've been working really hard this season, and this week really just shows everyone how much work they've been putting in throughout the season, and it just really closes off the season for a lot of people, so hopefully we do good today.
So we're seeing a lot of improvement on our times and things because we're more rested now. So now we're just at the stage where we perfect our races as much as we can and just get those times as low as we can.
Thanks. Well, guys, that's all the news I have for y'all. Back to my favorite anchors at the Sports Desk.
Thanks, Xavier. Girls wrestling is in its third year as a varsity sport at Gahanna Lincoln, and one line is definitely roaring again this year. It's senior Emily Leesburg. Recently, Emily picked up her 100th and 101st wins of her career at the Columbia Invitational just south of Cleveland. Emily is a 3-time qualifier, and while she acknowledges that 100 wins is a huge accomplishment, she says she has major goals to achieve this season.
Felt amazing, especially considering my last win to get 100 was against a girl I previously had a hard time beating. And just the fact that I'm the first girl who's done this at the school, it's amazing. This year I want to place at states, and I feel like it'd be a very complete end to my high school.
Thanks, Emily. Moving on to boys wrestling, the team has been battling various injuries. However, with multiple wrestlers, including Anthony Judd back, they are hoping for a win tonight as they travel to Grove City for an OCC matchup. Our Bowden Anderson has a 1 minute with Anthony.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with varsity wrestler Anthony Judd. Anthony, what are some preparations for your upcoming meet on Thursday?
It's really just the same stuff we've been doing all season, just going hard in the weight room, going hard in the wrestling room, just really upping that intensity as we approach the end of the season.
And I know you've been rehabbing an ankle injury. How's that going and how are you feeling?
I've been visiting the trainer. She's helped a lot with my rehab, but I'm about done with that, so I've just been wearing an ankle brace and going 100% in practice.
Great. And finally, what are some music choices that you listen to before meet to get you ready?
You know, it really depends on the mood, but most of the time it's rap music, something to get me hyped up before that match.
Thank you. Back to you at the sports desk.
Track team here at Gahanna Lincoln is the most dominant program.
The girls are 2-time state champions and are looking forward to defending their title.
Meanwhile, the boys had a strong showing at state last year, including a relay state championship.
Track and field requires a lot of hard work and dedication, which is why they run year-round. We have Drew Copenhever here to tell us more.
How you doing today, Drew?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Hey, Drew, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl?
I think the 49ers are going to win the Super Bowl, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. Last week, the distance runners of Gahanna Lincoln Indoor Track Team traveled all the way to Logan High School to compete. Top finishers were Eden Newman taking home second place in the girls' 1600 meter, Olivia Smeck placing fourth in the girls' 800 meter, and Andrew Dietrich placing fourth in the boys' 800 meter. The Lions' next meet will be this Saturday at Ohio State. The runners are continuing their success throughout their indoor track season, but the distance runners especially have been successful this year. Between their cross-country season, indoor and outdoor track, these runners have been on top of their training all year. We sent Ava Miller to take a look at year-round runners of Gahanna Lincoln High School.
Our Lincoln track team is highly successful, with the girls bringing home the state title for 2 years in a row.
Give it up for your state champion, the Gahanna Lincoln Golden Lions.
But what many people don't know is that the distance runners have been running all year round.
What we do year-round is first in the summer before school even starts, we're training for cross-country season, and then we have our whole cross-country season, and then we get a short break before we go into indoor, which is basically like a beginning to outdoor for just like training and getting ready for outdoor. And then we have outdoor season, which goes till around the end of the school year. Then we have like a 2-week break and it starts all over again.
With all of this running, the training plans these runners have to follow is very precise.
We do like workouts and recovery days, and we have a bunch of like different types of runs we do for every day, and we kind of like follow that process through the whole year.
We basically have like 3 days. One day is like easy and just recovery, and then we have a workout day, which is more like short, fast distances, and then we have 1 day a week that's dedicated to like a long run.
We have workouts usually like twice a week that focus on sometimes like endurance-based stuff, sometimes speed-based stuff, just to like help like make us well-rounded, be able to work in like a variety of distances.
Running year-round is beneficial, but it definitely comes with plenty of struggles.
Medical issues, low iron, it's a lot of medical things go on, but it's also just all mental, and there's days where like you'll just be so tired.
And sometimes it's overwhelming because you're afraid of injuries, but mostly the benefit is just what keeps runners around, because they do get stronger because they're training all year round.
Although running year-round has its struggles, running all 3 seasons benefits the runners in a number of ways.
The bond is so strong. Like, it's almost like family. You have fun team activities.
Just being with the same people at practice every day, just spending time together, you get to know them really well.
You get really close because you're with each other every single day after school, and you do a lot of like after like weekend stuff together, and you're basically with each other all the time, so you have to have a close relationship to see each other that much.
Having a close relationship creates high success for the team, but the hard work these runners put in is often overseen by the success that comes out of the program.
It's important that people recognize this work that we put in all year round, because all the other sports just have like one competition season, but we have a competition season basically the whole year.
We do bring a lot of trophies home, like state championships, and everyone puts in all their work. There's all dedicated towards one goal, and we are able to complete it and represent our high school.
They definitely do. Whether it's cross country, indoor track, or outdoor track, the distance runners are putting in the hard work year round. This is Ava Miller, In the Zone.
That's all the news I have for you guys today. Now sending it back to my favorite anchors at the sports desk.
Thanks, Drew. Gahanna boys bowling team has seen a lot of success this season. We sent our Brady Prizer to get an inside look with varsity bowler Kale Klaus on how the season has gone and what has led them to becoming 11-2.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Kale. So, Kale, tell me, you do bowling. How far along are you guys in your season?
We're nearing the end of the season. We have about 3 or 4 matches left until we make it to sectional play.
So, how has this season been going so far overall?
It's been going well. We've been doing really good. We've improved a lot since last year, and because of all of our amazing bowlers and our amazing coaches, we've been able to strive and do better than we did last year.
With that, what struggles have you guys seen?
We've had mental struggles, because whenever we bowl a bad shot, which we just get stuck in our heads, which is hard to get out of, which can lower our games, losing us the match.
What else is left in your season before you guys are all done?
We have about a few more matches and tournaments, then we have to move on to sectionals, and then hopefully if we move on we go to districts, then states, which we're hoping to make it to states this year.
All right, thanks, Gal. Let's send it back to the sports desk.
You know, Ellie, we talk about so many different sports in the sports zone, but there's one equally important one that we skip over a lot.
And what would that be?
Cheerleading. Without our Gahanna cheerleaders, the hype of our basketball games wouldn't be half as exciting as they are.
I couldn't agree more. With their amazing halftime performances and variety of different cheers throughout the games, basketball games wouldn't feel the same, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Antonio McKnight has a story on how our cheerleaders are adding cheers to our games.
cheerleading is all about incorporating dance and gymnastics to bring more energy and spirit into our Gahanna sporting events. Our Gahanna cheerleaders put a lot of pride into what they do, but sometimes they are overlooked, and people don't recognize all the hard work they put into cheerleading.
I think that people kind of take the joy that we have in representing the school as almost like a weakness because we're not like super aggressive like other sports, but in reality, like it takes a lot to uphold that joy and that positive energy during all points of the game.
Cheer to the team is more than just dancing and doing fancy flips. It's about expressing themselves and showing their community the spirit of being a Gahanna cheerleader, but also a little bit more.
Cheer is probably like unified because no matter what squad you're on, like everybody is like just really close, whether it be varsity, JV, or freshman.
My bond with the team is really strong. A lot of us have been cheering for 4 years or 3 years, so I've grown up with them. And we're also a really tight class. Like we're always having sleepovers, we're always having fun, we're always making up new things.
As many sports are, cheerleading is a big team sport, supporting each other and growing a bond, and many memories that they will remember throughout the rest of their lives.
It's different from the rest of the sports. You know, we get to cheer on the other team, like with athleticism and stuff. So it really is a whole different sport. There's nothing like it.
As our school strives greatly on our sports programs, cheerleading deserves more recognition, inspiring more young women entering high school to express themselves to their community and also empower the sports they've cheered for to keep striving to do their best. This is Antonio McKnight in The Zone.
Thanks, Antonio. With the Super Bowl being 3 days away, it's a big topic of debate right now for many sports fans.
I think the Chiefs are going to win, especially with Taylor Swift there as their good luck charm.
Personally, I think it's going to be a very close game, but the 49ers are going to pull through.
Like usual, there's a lot of debate about the game.
Yes, there is. Here's this week's episode of The Outside Zone.
Thank you. And today I am joined by 3 special guests here with me today. Nolan Bennett.
Braden Mullins.
Gabe Todorowski. And today we're going to talk Super Bowl. So let's get right into this, guys. So, you know, back at it since 2019, the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs are back at it again for the, second time, so basically a rematch. And going into this game, the 49ers, are the underdogs. So I just want to get into first, what are the 49ers you think will have to do to win this game on Sunday?
I think the run game is going to be big for them. And I think with Brock Purdy back there, and I think he's just going to, pass game is going to be strong too, run, and I just think, it's mostly going to be the run game. How good can, you have the 49ers offensive line with, you have Trent Williams out there, you have one of the best tackles in the league. And I just think that's going to be the key component to this game.
For the Chiefs, for the 49ers, I think they honestly have to stop the Chiefs' run game. That's what made them successful mostly in the divisional round. Also, I think 49ers have a lot of weapons on both sides of the ball. So obviously, Chase Young and Nick Bosa being on the defensive side, you got to root for the 49ers.
Yeah, I feel like the 49ers, if they want to be successful, I feel like they need to be able to stop the Chiefs' defense, really, because their defense has bens very dominant these last few playoff games. And with the Chiefs kind of playing poorly these last few games, I feel like if the Niners want to win this game, they need to be able to make moves and be able to make big plays on defense or offense.
Following along with that, I feel like if I'm the 49ers and I'm trying to, scope out ways that I can win, I'm going right after Patrick Mahomes. The heartbeat of the offense, sometimes the defense, even the guy on the sidelines talking to his team, the past games, he really doesn't do well when the defense is rushing him. He panics and he just throws the ball any type of way or away. And I feel like, he's a good guy. He can run side to side. He can make plays out of no plays. But if the 49ers really want to take this game and leap, they're going to have to go after Patrick Mahomes and rush him and get him, just going and just sticking on his toes. And going along with that, what do the Chiefs need to do? Because the Chiefs have experience. They've been to the Super Bowl the last, 3 times in the last, 5 years, which is really outstanding as far as like a program. So we think the Chiefs need to do to keep that legacy going of, we've been here, this is nothing new to us, how can we, keep raising the bar?
I think that what the Chiefs have to do, I think it's mostly going to be their offense yet again. Yes, their wide receiver core it's just a little on the weaker side, but with Isaiah Pacheco in the backfield, I think their running game is pretty good, and I just think their defense has to come up big too against that 49ers offense. So I just think that if the Chiefs want to win this game, then that's just going to be the key component.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. That's not what he said. Yeah, the receiving core, the Chiefs definitely have to get the receivers, getting them going, because you can't just rush the ball all day in the Super Bowl like it's the biggest day of the other team's lives. Like they're watching film. They have 2 weeks to prepare. They have to get the receivers ready. The 49ers, they gotta find a way to get to Patrick Mahomes and put him under pressure and get that ball contested.
Yeah, for the Chiefs, they need to basically be successful with not only running the ball but also passing the ball. Most likely with Travis Kelce, and in that last game against Baltimore, he had a really good game where he was able to get a bunch of good catches, able to get the game going. And I feel like Chiefs need to get once they get the pass game rolling, it might be over for the Niners because they're that dominant.
Yeah, and I feel like with the Chiefs last game, they almost took a loss, and I feel like with them being a fourth quarter team, I don't think they have a chance to do that. It's a Super Bowl. It's like all or nothing. I feel like you need to go out there, play from first to fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, Travis Kelce did have a great game. A lot of first downs for them. A lot of big plays. That's what I think they need. If you have a lot of big plays in a game like this, you have a more chance of winning the game. And last thing before we leave, I just want to get into some predictors of what you think the score might be for this game and what you last little thoughts on it.
All right, so I think it's going to be just a tight game in general, but I just think it's going to be a 20-17 win for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, I think it's a very slow game. Honestly, 23-20 49ers.
Sam, I think it's going to be a very slow game, probably not that big of a win, but I'm probably going to go with the Chiefs 24-21.
In my house, my dad's a big 49ers fan, but I'm going to go with the Chiefs. They have experience, Patrick Mahomes and everybody. I'm going to do it I think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to do 27-24. Chiefs going to win. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate you guys for coming to talk about the Super Bowl.
Thank you.
And that's all we have on this episode of this Outside Zone.
Thanks, guys. I'll pick the Chiefs.
And I'll take the 49ers. Well, Lincoln, that's the end of today's show. We had a lot of fun covering this week's sports and talking about topics from basketball to Taylor Swift.
Great job to all of the teams that played this week, and thanks for watching.
We will see you again soon. And as always,
Go Lions!